Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about affirmations, how you're using your affirmations and the actual impact that is having on your reality and obviously on your actual manifestation. So to hear all my thoughts and why affirmations are actually really powerful and why you should feel reassured about this, just keep on watching all the way through to the end. I've got lots of different pieces of advice I want to go through with you guys today. So right before I jump in with my advice, I'm going to put on screen for anyone considering or interested in coaching. If you're wondering what extra support you can actually get, you can start at a really affordable price at just $8.99 a month for my monthly membership. So that is the LOA Coaching Darlings. I also have lots of coaching offers for one-to-one support. So do pause the video, click the description box links, the join button right below the screen, anything like that if you are curious. And now let's start the video. Your subconscious mind is literally retrained through repetition. So the more you repeat your affirmations and keep repeating the statement that implies you have what you want over and over and over, it's going to saturate your subconscious mind, retrain it, meaning your actual thought patterns and reactions and bodily reactions, everything will probably start to shift and conform based on that, and you'll feel a lot more positive. But I mean your actual beliefs and assumptions. You're retraining the way your mind thinks, because everything deep at the root of your subconscious mind beliefs is going to start to shift. So anything, let's say it's your specific person, which is obviously a very popular manifestation, everything to do with dating and that specific person, your relationship, all those assumptions are going to start to shift. Memories might start to get skewed as well, from negative to more positive. Everything that has to conform will, but it's retrained through that actual repetition of your affirmations. So repeating a thought over and over is how a belief is formed, whether it's something very subtle and more so on a subconscious level where you may not verbatim say or think to yourself, a very specific theme or result, or recognize what's going on and how negative something is. But the more you repeat something, the more you think about something, the more that gets ingrained in your mind as a memory, as a belief, as an assumption. So obviously I'm not getting super deep into the actual scientific facts here. I don't want to, miscommunicate a fact until I know things for 100%, but this is more or less the way it works in terms of repetition, really shifting the way you think. For example, the way people, whether it's positive or negative and constructive or, the right or wrong thing to do, when you continuously experience something positive or negative with other people, out in society, you're going to create some kind of assumptions based on that. If your friend keeps telling you something or how horrible someone is, you're not going to have a good opinion of them. It's the repetition. Something has been repeatedly told to you, so it's more likely to stick in your mind. A song that keeps playing on the radio as well, you're more likely to start singing it to yourself or being reminded of it, or start to even like it more. So it's this idea of something being repeatedly shown to you and kind of strewn into your mind through repetitive practices. That's what affirmations do. The belief has to stem from something being repeatedly shown to you, powerfully shown to you. You have to think it so often, or it has to be such a powerful thought that it just sticks with you, and that is your assumption. You just make an assumption based on that. So the more you loop your affirmations, as you're being persistent and you're literally just manifesting by applying repetition of your affirmations, you're creating new beliefs. Your subconscious mind is conforming. And also it's super powerful because it's a very simple technique. Affirmations can be done at any point, at any time. Robotic affirming, the act of simply stating it, that's why I say it's so easy. There's not one specific practice that you have to follow. There's not a checklist of things you absolutely have to do. Technically, any affirmation at any point is going to work. So really that repetition and robotically, literally just saying the statement over and over, is very powerful. So affirmations just really take very minimal effort, which is why they're such a simple, to the point, powerful and concise practice. You really just state, I have what I want and it's here right now. I create a statement in that format and that's it. It's done. You're telling your mind, this is what my reality looks like now. The more you repeat it, the more your subconscious starts to accept it and believe it and think, oh yeah, this is realistic. This is possible. I'm going to let go of those negative assumptions and doubt, because I keep, for some reason, having placed into my mind this repetitive idea that this is actually what's happening. And through that looping of your affirmation, you're saturating the subconscious. It's going beyond the conscious mind. You're saying it so many times that it has to start getting accepted at the root of your beliefs and assumptions. So it actually starts to obviously create shifts. It's not just that, you start to assume it. Obviously, aligned with that, movement is also happening. It's creating shifts in your reality, shifts in your mind. Like as soon as you start applying repetition, there is some kind of positive movement. Even if it's just you feeling better, feeling lighter, more confident, releasing any doubt or concerns you may have had, it's going to start creating shifts in your reality. And most importantly, at the beginning, it's your own mind conforming. You cannot conform your external reality if your own mind isn't shifting at all. So you can't expect something to happen externally without making any positive changes within yourself. So by shifting your thoughts and creating those positive thought patterns and saying, this is this amazing thing I have in my reality, I have this amazing thing in my reality, over and over, it's actually starting with you conforming. So you conforming is literally a really big part of the whole process. And always take it as a sign that you're on the right track, you're making progress. Don't worry about, oh, well, my 3D reality, my specific person, my actual manifestation hasn't shown me the movement yet. That's the way to frame it, by the way. But remind yourself, but I feel better, but I have better thoughts. I've stopped wavering, I've stopped spiraling. Whatever little milestone that you can tick off, that is progress, that is movement forward. So don't forget about that element too. And if you stay consistent, being consistent is literally going to be the answer to everything conforming. So by you looping your affirmations, you're already on the way. You're creating movement, you're turning the wheel. It's all starting to move in your favor and come together. It is up to you to stay consistent and persist, because you can't expect, miracles without any effort applied. And, you do need to put in the work. But if you are repeating your affirmations by staying consistent, just being consistent, literally. I don't know what a good synonym for that would be, but you know what I mean. Continuing to loop and practice your affirmations, your manifestation techniques every single day to the best of your ability. It's creating movement. It is bringing in the changes that you want. Also remember that your subconscious mind doesn't have opinions. It doesn't have the ability to decipher between something rational, something irrational, what is logical. It's not going to think that way. It's not the same thing as the conscious mind. Again, I'm not going to delve too far deep into the scientific, anatomical, psychological ways our brains would work, but the conscious and subconscious mind are quite different. So everything is at the root stored in your subconscious mind, but it doesn't have the ability to say, oh, I don't want to think that, I'm not going to accept that. These are, because then we would, to protect ourselves, say, well, I'm only going to accept positive beliefs. And we'd have this like toxic positivity 24/7. That's not the way the brain works. It just accepts whatever is repeated. So it's not going to have an opinion and say, I'm not going to accept that because that sounds silly or that manifestation sounds unrealistic. It doesn't have that ability. So it really is as simple as just repeating the statement, looping your affirmations, repeating that statement as if it's here right now, over and over. So you're telling your mind, this is my reality, this is what I have right now. Again, the more you say it, the more it saturates the subconscious, the more it starts to get accepted as a belief, as an assumption. It overrides the negative assumption you may have had. And through that repetition, you're creating movement. It all starts with you, your mindset, the effort you put in. So always use that as like a foundation and a kind of guiding factor of, are you on the right track? And of course, your manifestation is being brought closer to your physical reality. So remind yourself, every single day that I persist and stay consistent, my manifestation is getting closer. It's being built up more and more. My physical reality is shifting more and more. Behind the scenes, if you can't see it, but your own mindset will become more confident, positive, almost like automated with this approach, where you will automatically start looping your affirmations. They will feel more natural, easy to do. You'll just kind of like in second nature start looping your affirmations, or applying your mental diet. If you stay consistent, if you build up these positive habits, it's going to become a lot more natural and easy. And the movement is happening along the way constantly. So remind yourself of all the positive elements, because you don't want to lose track of that along the way, because it can be easy to get tripped up by your 3D reality, and there's absolutely no need to do that. So that is going to be today's video. I hope you guys found that useful and enjoyed. If you did, then please do thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me and help me out a lot. I have tons more content on this topic, on different areas of manifesting coming up, so you do want to stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!